Over the last 35 years, our investment had gone directly into infrastructure development. But at the point, we needed to move from infrastructure and focus on quality because the kids are in school and they are not learning. So we looked around for interventions that would really maximize the learning experience for children. Indeed, one of these projects was the literacy boost.
Before the introduction of the literacy boost in Ghana, as well as the Africa is concerned, there have been several interventions, but all of them, they were not much particularly involving communities. So after school, you see that the students are not engaged.
With Literacy Boost, teachers receive training to incorporate reading skills into their curricula and more text into the learning environment. Assessments were conducted to evaluate student needs, while schools and ministries of education track student progress. World Vision and the participating schools mobilize parents and communities to support children as they learn to read, using out-of-school literacy activities like reading camps, local language books, and reading corners at home.
I demand to be drew for one tana, now one swing into a free scuba, so my man in Pionco baby, first and now free scuba, or carbon think could deal with Penacram, no. And so Nam says, I made you no bear now. Miss Miss Memanesciano, or free scuba, or Dick Abbott and I had swings, I time or so our cock, Baby Musiano, a pacusia, to me fear me man bear me, meaning to announce the same, near my Bruno.
How does it make you feel to read?
You see how it's making kind of, I was saying, how do you feel?
Manager.
I'm always happy.
That's good. So what does that say?
A check it to a check is here.
Big hearts, big, and then small hearts.
Ah.
In sack it to in sack is here.
Big hand, small hand.
Great.
I break it to a break here, Cassia.
Little goat, big goat.
The last time I was at the reading camp, I nearly broke down. It was so exciting to see these children reading and they are enjoying what they do, and I was standing behind them. The kids were not looking at me. They were focused on what they were doing, and I was excited. And I said, this is it. If we could open these opportunities for children to learn in such a comfortable, fun-filled way, the moon is the highest place that kids can go.
Me dunia tlam dam ger kade ne jengai turumbata ma mun responsabilité do darom to mas ndogu ne kadmra kai madanganam je toy meto mas kade ma mun charge do nganam je to me je dene je groupe ma dene ra wotuda.
Financial independence is another way World Vision brings positive change to West Africa. To help residents find long-term solutions to reduce poverty, World Vision provides skills training and supports savings groups so that men and women can begin to earn a better living and improve their lives.
On a constaté que les groupements féminins ont plus émergé que les autres groupements mixtes ou bien masculins. Nous avons renforcé leur capacité dans la transformation des produits locaux et bien d'autres activités où les femmes ont montré leur capacité et surtout leur dynamique à produire elle-même et à transformer ses produits au niveau local.
In discussions with Sidonie, she has explained to us that she's been able to build a house, and she's been able to do that with the entrepreneurial things that she's done. Carpentry, soap, fabric, shea butter. She's someone who's really managed to exceed in many ways what life had been like with her before, and now she's able to provide just such valuable livelihood for her family. I've just been talking to Madame Falmata. She's a trainer here at this center that World Vision's in partnership with. And one of the things they do is train young women to sew.
Le partenariat qui existe entre World Vision et l'ANVF, World Vision amène les jeunes filles sans emploi pour faire une formation. La formation, c'est 2 ans. En fin de cycle, la jeune fille qui obtient son diplôme, elle obtient un kit complet, c'est-à-dire la machine, le tissu, la laine, table, ciseaux, fer, pour gagner son propre pain.
Ay ngwari dai no irko mai no ay kan ba atelier ay mum koita war fay mum do ka don dangay do zama ay wani sai nay bay mu chabbore sai mu kan ay wani.
Over the last decade, they have trained over 700 young women to have the sewing skills to start their own businesses. It's also a reminder of how important the role is of people all over the world in World Vision, certainly here, especially in West Africa, where they're coaches, they're teachers, they're trainers, and they're part of World Vision's ability to really provide sustainable opportunity for young people in our World Vision programs.
O doko oje gurkade ne to jije to jaskade ne to jirat jajara ne leje kare ndingalam krankum kade mulda muge kade me groupement denera wote se mawa personnellement muge kade dunia lam ka kete da kade changer wala kade totoku kumusin kete dal kade mendoglam kulu kade ganam je soyne majo kade re togma as me baltuk so mi ka kete da kade mos sol nganam je kade ray l'école
Another way World Vision serves and protects children is through organizing child protection committees throughout West Africa. These groups prevent and respond to any case of abuse, neglect, exploitation, or other forms of violence against a child. In Vélingara, Senegal, we visited a family whose son Ousmane was rehabilitated after being on the brink of death from malnutrition.
Oh, no, mijo. Tamino mijo, no bitam o sellirta. No kettira me bitam. Sabandam sikkuno me heftara bitam. Fawndari ha tiidi, mina me heftaramba. Ta ko don mijo am go woni. Onon be paabe ka kemi celal usuma. World Vision faabe mama ha kemi celal usuma. Sabanta ko mabbe. Bo World Vision goto arno do tay bitam mo no nawni ha. Me hodum batta mbi mi no defa. A defa hande mbiɗum ha yawa faaba janggo a yahi sorɓe ɓe guitti kayde gaddumi gokkumi toɗnamir hôpital to kay santé e mbo pour affaire deferdu ndu kollugol hono yire cukale gokkugol cukale ñamɗe timmuɗe deferdu ndu min jayronno min defi ɓe kolli minen no defirte minen gokkara cukale ɗe gommi hen wallude saare men minen mbaɗa ɗumanti min defat sukaɓe ndentine minen gokkara ɓe ñaama min defa ɓere ko kollami e defiri he ko kay santeji he ko min mbaɗa ɗum min mbaɗa mi rentina ɓeyɓe ɓe min gadda booliji mi hokka cukale ɓe ñaama lore ha ɓe laaɓa ɓe ñaama ha ɓe kaara ɓe keɓa no ɓe mbaalode nayi cellal usman gam tan joni hefti cellal ɓikkam o ngal no feewi jombo selli e ɗum tundu he cellal ngal ɗum kala ɗin e tundu he cellal ngal.
Il y a une baisse du taux de malnutrition, ça j'ai constaté ça. En 2012, on avait 10%, en 2015, on a 5%. Parce qu'avant, il y avait l'ignorance des femmes sur la malnutrition. Mais avec World Vision, l'aide que World Vision apporte, les relais font beaucoup de sensibilisation, beaucoup d'essais de démonstration culinaire avec la supervision que nous menons sur le terrain. Ça a amené beaucoup de changements de comportement.
L'objectif de World Vision, c'est de contribuer à l'amélioration de la situation sanitaire et nutritionnelle des enfants de moins de 5 ans et des femmes en âge de procréer. Maintenant, quand on voit les résultats, c'est un sentiment de satisfaction pour moi et pour toute l'équipe de World Vision. Parce qu'on sent qu'il y a des progrès, on va atteindre vers l'objectif. Parce que ce qui est intéressant pour nous, c'est d'arriver à 0 enfant malnutri. Et je pense qu'à ce rythme, on va y arriver.
Even with healthcare gradually improving across West Africa, many children continue to suffer from preventable diseases. Here outside of Bogué, Mauritania, many children were not receiving vaccines and falling ill from preventable diseases. Women were not doing pre- and postnatal checkups, and they were not giving birth at health clinics. But with the Infant and Maternal Health, or AIM program, introduced into the community, things began to change.
Le projet AIM Health est très important parce que si vous voyez en Mauritanie, vraiment, il y a toujours des manquements dans le cadre de la santé maternelle et infantile.
Lorsque je suis venu ici, il n'y avait même pas de lumière. Il n'y avait même pas de lumière. On faisait des accouchements avec des torches.
رأينا نتيجة كانوا يكسعوا في الظهر التركيات ما يقصطنا يبراو لا بعد الأخيار.
The AIM Health program trained community volunteers to deliver simple health messages, such as the importance of vaccinations, as well as simple nutritional advice, going door to door in their communities. Along with material support from World Vision, community groups now advocate together for important rights that they feel are being neglected, such as access to health centers, medicines, and immunization.
World Vision walli min fe min galano ndiyam addani min robinani do nder dispensaire he min galano courant accouchement baddutunon ko ampoule mi wada ampoule do en wadira accouchement min galano chaîne de froid kadi min gaddotono vaccin ko bañ min dépose dum ñaabina ha le jour de vaccin min luwo saret addoya so min gayni kadi min luwo saret nawta joni machallah addani mi chaîne de froid min vaccination men min do jogi min gala hay problème goto dum ko World Vision addani amen.
Food is life, especially for these little ones. These really young ones are categorized in 3 colors. Red means they're severely malnourished, yellow means they're a bit undernutrition, and then green means they're okay and the parents need to simply continue what they've been doing. These children are all yellow, and so this is a very nutritious porridge that they're being given. And they're given this for a few days until they're measured again. And as you can see, another important feature of this is that each baby is washed carefully, the mothers are washing their hands, so that hygiene becomes a natural part of the food provision as well.
شاكر أرض فيزيو هم الكونون الفين وهنعس علي بروجة لصحة الأم والطفل وكانوا تركة ما يدقوا مرك رأينا نتيجة العليات يقص الطب والتركة متابعين دقتهم.
Access to clean water is fundamental to survival. That's why World Vision has become the largest non-governmental provider of clean water in the developing world. World Vision West Africa has drilled over 7,693 wells, providing water to hundreds of thousands of people. Since 1985, we've been working with governments to expand access to water across West Africa to improve health and food security.
This area here, was it a field, empty? What was here?
Quand il n'y avait pas ce jardin-là, c'était sec vraiment, c'était un terrain. Maintenant, c'est la communauté qui a travaillé. On a remblé tous les trous de l'autre côté parce que c'est un passage d'eau. Ils ont remblé les trous et on a mis le grillage sur 1,5 hectare. Vous comprenez?
So it's really changed the life of the village here.
Effectivement, parce que c'est dans le domaine de la sécurité alimentaire que ce projet a été initié.
Parlant de l'insécurité alimentaire, nous sommes en train d'organiser les paysans pour que les paysans puissent adapter leur façon de cultiver au climat. Parce qu'on a cultivé d'une façon il y a plusieurs années. Aujourd'hui, c'est autre chose parce que l'environnement s'est dégradé. Alors il faut changer de méthode en introduisant des semences améliorées, en introduisant des systèmes plus modernes pour pouvoir donc accroître la productivité et la production afin qu'il y ait suffisamment de production et que les gens puissent s'alimenter.
With drip irrigation systems and solar-powered water pumps, farmers can grow more food with less inputs. But in addition to food security, access to water provides tremendous benefits to public health.
We've provided about 200 boreholes within the last 4 years and reaching out to about 6,000 people because each borehole serves about 300 people.
Une autre contribution, c'est dans le domaine de l'eau, hygiène et assainissement. Là, un grand apport a été fait par rapport à World Vision, par rapport à la transformation. Vous savez, dans le temps, il y a tellement de cas de diarrhée qu'on observe. Il suffit de faire un tour au niveau des centres de santé. Vous allez vous constater avec les chiffres au niveau de ces centres de santé une réduction notable des cas de diarrhée. Maintenant, si je vous demande de visiter nos communautés, vous allez sentir une différence.
All too often, a child is brought to a healthcare center and there are no vaccines. Farmers are promised improved seeds from the government and none arrive. Many people feel powerless when they're confronted by the lack of services that governments have promised to provide. But with World Vision's Citizen Voice and Action, or CVA, citizens can advocate for themselves on issues such as healthcare, education, and even agriculture. Bridget Koba, a local farmer, saw that her community was entitled to farming equipment that they were not receiving from the government. Through CVA, her women's group was able to advocate to receive tractors and seed to improve their food security.
Donc, kada da chawando chakarning na ni solja na group CVA lema labgena tumuna ni anga tractor socket machacha kwana ni an tractor an chumbia wa jegne ni adro yage na adro yage dele ma labgela wa jegne ni api an karne adro école lab ko jegna nguski.
Je viens juste d'être affecté au courant de cette année 2016. Et quand je suis arrivé, le centre était presque mort. Et les gens ne fréquentaient pas aussi les centres, ils ont abandonné avec mon collègue partant. Il n'y avait pas aussi des examens. Quand je suis arrivé, il y avait trop de plaintes dans le quartier, partout.
Et c'est là où le CVA intervient, par exemple, pour veiller à ce que ces normes-là soient respectées, pour que le client, le patient qui vient dans le centre de santé soit satisfait. Le changement que nous avons connu à travers ce projet, c'est la restructuration du centre de santé et l'amélioration des services, avec un laboratoire qui s'est installé.
Grâce à CVA, ce microscope nous permet de faire les examens, les selles, les parasites surtout, intestinaux. Ça nous permet de faire aussi les examens du paludisme, recherche du paludisme. Ça, c'est les vaccins. Donc ce frigo nous permet de garder cela au frais. Et cela, ça permet aussi à vacciner nos enfants et les femmes en grossesse.
As we've been touring this health center, we've been hearing things like, well, before there was mismanagement. It's an interesting story because what's happened here is Timothy, who's the chair of the board here, they intervened as citizens and said, this is wrong. We're not getting the right service from government and there have to be some changes. And they now, World Vision's been part of this as well, they have really just overhauled the management here, and it's really inspiring to see the wonderful things that they're doing.
Ok, nous venons de voir un enfant qui va à l'ambulance. Tu nous dis un peu par rapport à sa situation, qui il est, de quoi il souffre, vite.
Voilà, lui, cet enfant, c'est le palu. Il souffre du palu et c'est une maladie traînée comme les gens préfèrent en Afrique. Ils préfèrent d'abord donner un traitement à domicile. Quand ça dépasse, ils ramènent. Et à cet état, nous ne pouvons rien faire. On est obligé de référer pour la transfusion.
We're really in quite a rush. We're following the second World Vision vehicle, and they've got a very small baby, a little baby, who has serious malaria. And the clinic here, even though it's been rejuvenated and really is functioning at a good level, just does not have the appropriate medicine, needs transfusions, and unfortunately I think it's really life and death. We're obviously working with our colleagues and partners here to always make things better. There are still challenging situations where you've got to go to the next level to get care that we hope will save this baby's life. Well, our vehicle was full of hope just a few minutes ago. But sadly, the little baby that the other World Vision vehicle was taking to the next level hospital clinic here, they've just stopped and the little baby's passed away. So we couldn't get there in time. And when we were talking to the doctor earlier, he mentioned how unfortunately sometimes the babies just aren't brought in soon enough. And so it's probably a combination of that. So it's just, even though the health situation's improved here a lot, there's still more to do. But that's life here, and that's what people live with. And as we all know from experiences in our own lives, death comes to all of us, but it sure hurts.
Faut m'excuser des pleurs là parce que c'est le corps là qui joue quoi. Si tu es dans une population très pauvre, tu es toujours triste. Il y a des moments que tu peux faire quelque chose pour quelqu'un, tu n'en as pas. Tu n'as pas les moyens de le faire. Tu n'as pas là où l'amener, tu le suis jusqu'à qu'il meure devant toi. J'ai choisi le métier de santé. Donc la santé, si tu choisis ça, tu es pour tout le monde. Et tu te sacrifies ta vie pour à n'importe quel moment. C'est ça seulement.
Willie Samba, the nurse in rural Mauritania, inspired us immensely during our visit with him. His profound sense of civic duty was humbling to witness. And what's even more inspiring is to look at the thousands of people like him that World Vision West Africa has invested in with our programming activities. With adequate resources behind our committed partners, the possibilities are endless.